Welcome back to another video, guys. Hope you guys are doing good. Today we're back in the RSX and we're gonna take this car to the shop. Like you guys saw in the previous video, my friend Daniel said that it could be the CV axle, and that's what we saw that was moving. Go get it checked out and hopefully replace it today. Okay, so as I got to the shop, he saw that the engine mount is bad and the radiator was leaking. This is my first time seeing that the coolant is leaking from the radiator, and I knew that I couldn't drive the car back home just because the engine could overheat. So I just told him to just fix everything that's wrong. So we lifted the car up to see what is underneath and if the axle is bad, and guess what we saw? The passenger CV axle was definitely moving. So what I did afterwards is I walked my ass to O'Reilly's. Yeah, I borrowed this clip, by the way. And no, they don't hold a damn door for you. So I got myself an engine mount and I got myself a nice new radiator. And then I walked my ass back to the shop. Alright guys, welcome back. It's been 2 days and I just got a call that my car is ready. So I'm gonna go pick it up and let's get it. God damn. And this looks old too. And the old coolant looks nasty. Yes, you know the RSX. That sounds pretty good. Bro, the VTEC definitely kicked in, yo. Hear that the rattle? It's pretty annoying. Alright guys, so I did pick up the car and I just missed driving this car. I had a pretty good time driving it back, but this car desperately needs a wash. It's been sitting in my garage or outside the house for a good 2-3 months without me driving it. So yeah, the clunking noise that we used to hear on the bottom, we don't hear it anymore. It was definitely the axle. And we also replaced the front engine mount as well, and we also replaced the radiator. You guys already saw how bad the mount was. It was basically in half and it was cracked. Luckily he saw that the mount was bad because it does reduce vibrations that across the entire car, and it holds down the engine to the correct spot. It did cost me a lot of money to fix those 3 things, and I'm hoping, let's knock on wood, that there's not another problem that comes up. It's finally fixed for now, but the next time I spend a lot of money on this car will be once I build this car to the way I want it, especially the engine. And then there's always a line that you gotta wait for, because this is like the only touchless car wash around here. I'd rather wash by myself at a touchless car wash, or I'd rather just take it to a touchless car wash with. And there's no like those fluffy things that will touch your paint. And also I do have a rattling sound in the back. I'm gonna try fixing that too in this video, just because it's annoying the shit out of me. That's one of the main reasons why I can't really drive this car for too long and as a daily, because that rattling noise, it's pretty loud and you can't even listen to music with that sound. So I'm basically trying to get this car sorted today. Like, I don't want to deal with any more problems with this car in the upcoming videos. I just want to focus on building this car. Definitely need a new steering wheel. This is definitely like all ripped and all bad. We'll see if I can do the same treatment with the Mustang steering wheel that I did. That looked pretty sick. And the exhaust shift sounds good. guys, so the car is back in the garage and you guys already know I'm hearing this rattling sound coming from the back, and what my belief is that it's coming from the exhaust. What I believe it is a hanger like right here, or the one right here, that is banging against the frame of this car and it's making that noise. Because if I was to shake this exhaust like this, there's a noise coming from it. Oh wait, you guys hear that? That's the noise that I hear while I'm driving the car, and it annoys the hell out of me. So what I did for this hanger was I put a very thick rubber band around and tied it, but I made a mistake because the noise is coming from this one right here. If it, like, once those two metals collide. So what I am planning to do is put another rubber band right here and make sure these two don't collide. So I ended up tying up a black knot, a piece of fabric around where the hanger is, so that it doesn't collide. And if it does collide, it just collides with this piece of fabric, so it won't make the noise anymore. And once I test it out, you see it's moving, but it's not making that clunking type of noise where metal to metal hit each other. Alright guys, so I'm just gonna go over a few things that are kind of imperfect on this car. The first thing being that you guys already know, a couple of videos ago, a person keyed my car. The scratch that starts from here all the way to there. My friend who I got a reaction from the previous video, and Daniel, he was kind enough to lend me this scratch repair remover paste thing, and he said that if you just put it on and it usually just comes off. It depends on how bad the scratch is and how deep it is. I don't know how deep this one is. I'm just gonna go over it in the next video and we'll see if this can actually repair it. What it says is that you just pretty much put it on and you just rub it in and you just wipe it off and it usually just goes away. And I think that might only work if the scratch isn't gone down to the bare metal. But thank you, Danny, for lending me that product. I'm very appreciative of it. So the next thing that kind of annoys me in this car is this appearance, which is under the engine bay and it's dirty as hell. How bad the header looks and how dirty it is. I'm definitely gonna vacuum it out and clean it. Leaves and like shit underneath that's stuck over here, and look how bad and dirty this looks. I know it's not that big of a deal, but like if you were to open your hood for somebody else to look under your car, or if they're interested in the car, it gives it a bad impression off the start.